Hello guys, so we would like to welcome you on our first webinar. It's going to be about Brexit. My name is Blichová, I'm from Agency Foreigners, as you know. And I will talk about this topic, and this is my colleague Hazel. Hi! Our intern from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And she will help me with questions and answers. So, let's start about this topic everyone is talking today. We will talk about practical facts based on information from the Ministry of Interior and how to stay in the Czech Republic legally before, like what you have to do, and after Brexit. As you probably saw already, there are recommendations from the Ministry of Interior, and it started already from the beginning of the year, that everyone who is from the UK should apply at least for a certificate of temporary residence permit and or permanent residence permit, and as well, if you are capable, you can as well apply for citizenship. For certificate of temporary residence, it's good to apply for all of these three things. It's good to apply before 31st of October this month, because if you will not even apply for any of those and you will try to apply for anything after Brexit date, so it's 31st of October, you are going to be as non-European citizen, and if you don't have anything in your hands, it means not even acceptation letter from the ministry that you at least applied, they will not consider you as a European citizen after this Brexit happen, and when there will be the period, transitions period, sorry, when you can, when you will need to apply for something else. So, before Brexit, you should get all your documents ready and apply for still European citizen is easy, as we know some tricks and not everyone has to go there personally. So you have to apply, and after Brexit happens, even if your residency is not approved, it's still okay, because once it's approved, you will be in the transitions period, during which you will need to apply for permit to stay here in the Czech Republic. This transitions period will start from the 1st of November 2019, and it will be until 31st of December 2020. And I think it will be messy. The Ministry of Interior is advising to apply as soon as possible, because, as we know, Ministry of Interior is already overloaded, and with this Brexit coming, it will be even crazier. As well, the first thing is not just for the UK people, it's for all the European people, is that you have to register at the Foreign Nationals Police. We know that many of you didn't do it, but it's obligatory to do it, and you have to register there. Normal period and deadline is when you arrive to the Czech Republic, you should do it within 30 days. Just for you to know, after Brexit happens and you will not be European citizen anymore, you will have just 3 days if you travel to the Czech Republic to register there. After Brexit, there are going to be two options. One is that you will still wait for approval of your residency you applied before Brexit, and once it's approved, you will apply for a permit. If you already have certificate of temporary residence, or you already have the permanent residence permit, after Brexit happens, you can immediately go and apply for exchanging your residency. All permits, all residency documents, means the temporary or permit, will have expiration date 31st of December 2020. So it means if you don't exchange it to the ones which are for non-European citizens, it will just expire and you cannot stay here legally, and you will need to go step by step as non-European citizens. It means you will need to apply outside of the Czech Republic. The good thing is that you can apply at any embassy outside of the Czech Republic, I mean Czech embassy. So if you already have permanent residence permit, you will go to the Ministry of Interior and you will just exchange it to your biometric card, and you will pay 2,500 Czech crowns in special stamps called kolik, and they will just take your biometric details and they will issue the document. If you have a certificate of temporary residence, you will need to apply for a long-term residence permit with a purpose. It means you will need to have purpose such as study, work, business. There is other, and then there is a family reunification. About family reunification, you should be careful who is family member, because you are counting as family member just as a husband, wife, or child under 31 years, which needs support of the parents. Yeah, the good thing for the UK citizens is that if you will apply for permanent residence permit, you don't have to pass the Czech language exam, which is a really good thing, and I think everyone was thinking about it. If you will apply before 31st of December 2020, it's going to be without any exam, which I think is really good for everyone. Okay, so we can move to the information about work, because everyone is thinking how it will be after. We just have basic information, nothing is confirmed, because as even ministry cannot give any information yet. What was said and what we think will happen is that if you have your work contract valid, for example, for another 5 years, then you will not be touched and you will just apply for employee card and you don't need any special steps as non-European citizen. If you will decide that you want to change your job, then you will need to start with the steps as non-European citizen, and the process will be difficult, so we advise to do as many changes as you can until the end of October or during the transition period. I tried to get information about the people who have živno, trade license here in the Czech Republic, how it will be with them. Unfortunately, even today I couldn't get any information from the ministry, as the officer wasn't willing to give any under-table information, so we will still need to wait for this one. What's next? I think it's really good to mention a website where you can check all the information. It's gov.uk. I think many of you already checked it. If not, have a look. They have really good steps where you will choose if you have a driving license, if you are working here, if you are planning to travel. So you can go step by step, and you can find good information as well. The information about driving license, I think many of you is struggling with this as well. You can exchange your driving license after staying in the Czech Republic for longer than 185 days. It means that even if you are not matching these dates yet, you still have time during this transition period, and once you are matching the dates, you can go to the office and exchange your driving license, because you are still going to be acting as a European citizen if you have some permit or residency here in the Czech Republic. The good document as well, which Ministry of Interior prepared. It looks, it looks like this. And there are really nice steps showing what you have to do. If you are not planning to stay here until 2020, you don't have to apply for anything, for any extension during this transition period. If you are planning to stay, just check these steps. It's quite easy to understand, and just be careful with deadlines, because if you miss, for example, this October deadline and you don't apply for anything, you don't have chance to do it after that. And it will be really difficult for you because you will be acting as non-European citizen. And probably many of you already checked if they are capable to apply for a permanent residence permit. If you are staying in the Czech Republic for longer than 5 years and you can prove it, then you should apply for it. If you are a family member of a European citizen, or well, if you are married to the European citizen and you are staying here for at least 2 years, you can apply for a permanent residence permit as well, which is a really short period. For citizenship, it's mostly if you are staying here in the Czech Republic with a permanent residence permit for 5 years, then you can apply for it. And I don't know if there's anything else what wasn't mentioned. Yeah, I think we covered all what is known by now, because we were talking mostly about things with hard Brexit. It means no deal, because if there is no deal, all these things will happen. A good thing as well for the UK citizens is that you still will have 90 days as a tourist to come to not just the Czech Republic but generally to the Schengen area, and you can be traveling around, but you cannot stay longer than 3 months here. Yeah. So I think for now we can move to the questions if there is anything.
Yes. So there's one question. So will we need a visa after Brexit?
So will we need visa? Well, if Brexit happens, which is going to happen in end of October, and you don't have any residency here, then you are going to be acting as non-European citizen. It means that if you don't apply now and you don't have anything, and after Brexit, if you will try to apply for it, you will apply for a long-term visa with a purpose outside of the Czech Republic at the Czech embassy, and it cannot be done here in the Czech Republic. For those who will apply for temporary or permanent here now, this transition period is good about that you can apply for every exchange here at the Ministry of Interior, so you don't have to travel anywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so to the next question, I think we have this one. How can I get Czech Republic visa?
A business visa?
Yeah.
Well, the question is if the person is already here in the Czech Republic, because if you are already here and you have your business running, then you should apply for a certificate of temporary residency. And with this document after, you can apply for a long-term permit business. If you don't have anything and you're planning to come after Brexit, you will need to apply at the Czech embassy outside of the Czech Republic, and you will need to get a trade license, and then you will apply for business visa as non-European citizen.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question from Ed Sauer. Yeah, he said like he just joined. Can you summarize the key points mentioned during the
Okay.
session? Yeah.
So the key points are that you have to have or you have to apply for a certificate of temporary residency or for permanent residence permit before 31st of October. And even if your application will be still going on after Brexit, it's good because once it's approved, you will need to apply again for extension for exchanging it for the long-term permit or for employee card, or depends for what the purpose you want to stay here in the Czech Republic. Yeah, I think that was the main key.
Okay. Yeah.
of the
So I hope
Yeah.
he got it. Yeah. And from Kenny Phipps, so he asked, so me, like many, I'm sure, have temporary residency, and even after many years, is there anything else I need to do other than wait 5 years for permanent residency? And he adds like he will trade his driving license too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hello, Kenny. Well, you will need to exchange your driving license. That's for sure. And for the first point, if you have been here for 5 years yet, this transition period is counting as well. So if you have been, for example, for 4.5 years and you are missing just half a year, next year you can apply for permanent residence permit. In your case, I'm not sure how long you've been here. If you are running business or if you are working as an employee here in the Czech Republic after Brexit happened, you will need to apply for appointment at the ministry, and you will need to apply for employee card or long-term permit with some purpose. It means your business or your work.
Okay. Yeah. So to the next question, I think is here. Also, what happened if the EU gives UK an extension after October 31? What will be happen?
Well, I think the same would happen after first. It's really good to already apply for our residencies, so you have something in your hands. No one knows what would happen if it doesn't happen. So it's really cool, really tricky question. I think if there is just extension, then we'll just wait again for more information. But as the Ministry of Interior said many times, you should apply at least for something, so you have at least submission in your hands. Yeah.
And can you see add like he have been stay here for 16
years. Well, so can you come to the office and we'll apply for permanent residence permit, and once you have it, we'll exchange it just for biometric card, and then you will stay here even longer.
Yeah. Okay. So to the next question, my boss already have temporary residency. He lives here for more than 5 years. We are planning to apply for permanent residency, but should we do it now or we can wait until the transition period?
Well, you should apply now, so you're acting as a European citizen still. If you've been here for longer than 5 years and you have enough proof that you've been here permanently, then it's good to apply now as European citizen. And then once it's approved, we will need to exchange it to biometric card. If you don't do this now, your at least submission of the application, then after Brexit you are going to be non-European citizen, so they may ask for more proof and it will be more difficult. So we really advise to do it now.
Okay. So to the next question, I am from abroad. I have short stay extension visa and I'm traveling to Czech Republic soon. Can I buy some business here, like there? What is the process for that? Or how can I change my short stay visa to business visa?
This is not really about Brexit, but the answer is if you have just short-term visa, you cannot extend it here in the Czech Republic, you cannot start business here in the Czech Republic, you have to apply for long-term visa in your home country. depends on your nationality.
Okay. Yeah. And is it necessary to get a Czech driving license? From Ed. He have like full English driving license, and can he just like return it?
Well, if you don't exchange it, then at some point you are going to be as non-European citizen, and it means that you will need international driving license document. So that is the reason why they advise to exchange it for a Czech one, so you don't have to deal with it after.
Okay. I don't think this question related to Brexit, but yeah. What about the percentage tax rate in the Czech Republic?
Oh, well, well, this is really not for our company. So if you need some tax advisor, just write us an email, and we can advise you someone who speaks English, and they will give you more details about taxes here.
Okay. Yeah. So Chris, he asked like, I have temporary residence since December 20, 2017, family reunification. My wife is Czech, EU citizen. When I'm eligible to apply for permanent residency?
If your wife is Czech, you can apply for permanent residence permit after 2 years.
2 years.
So
I think it will be 20 December this year. Yeah.
So I think you can
be 3 years
soon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we have here also question from people who
Yeah.
write us. Yeah. So yeah. I visit Czech Republic on business and second home. Yeah.
I think the main point of the first question is that person is traveling to the Czech Republic and outside of the Czech Republic for 5 months.
Yeah.
Or 12 months is 5 months. This is not really a question, is the point. So for you just have information, you have to be careful for how long you're outside of the Czech Republic, because ministry can check it. And if you've been outside of the Czech Republic for longer than, I think it's counting 5 months in a year, then they can cancel, for example, your permanent residence permit or your temporary residence permit. This is just for general information, so be careful. Having this residency is not something you can just keep and leave the country, because if the ministry will see that you have many stamps, for example, from the airport, or you cannot prove that you've been here for the whole period, they can cancel it.
And this question, I'm married to a Czech and also have permanent residency, but what happened to my status if we were to divorce?
Divorcing. We don't advise this. The main thing is it always depends on the Ministry of Interior if they will let you keep it. It depends on the situation, how you are with your wife, what happened, and so on. So there are 2 ways. They will cancel it and they will tell you that you have to leave the country, or the other one is that they will see you didn't do anything wrong and they will let you keep the card or the residency.
Okay. Yes, so the next question is like, hello, I am Brazilian, married to the UK citizen. What will be happen after Brexit?
That's really the point. You have to be careful with this one, as if you are non-European citizen and you are married to, for now, still a European citizen, as from people from the UK, after Brexit, they are not going to be European citizens. So if you are not married, the Ministry of Interior will not see you as partners. It means wife and husband. And then you will need to find a different way how to stay in the Czech Republic. The one option is to get married.
Okay. Yes, so there's a question, how can I change short stay visa to long stay visa?
That's not possible. You have to apply for a long-term visa in your home country, as I said before, or depends on your nationality at the Czech embassy.
Okay. Yes, so let's see. I think that is all the question we have until now. Yeah. Yeah. So there's something you want to like again point out?
Point out. Yes, probably be careful. Really go and apply for it. Contact us. We are ready to help you. Maybe more than ministry. And it's nothing horrible. Just you have to be prepared. You have to take care about deadlines. And this is really good. Cheating document.
Can you
Go
closer?
Like if you will just go to the Ministry of Interior and you will check the website, there is a really nice special document about Brexit, and you can find all the information in English and in Czech as well. There is as well the law, how it's going to be after Brexit happens. You can check it all, and this document is really helpful.
Yeah. And yeah, because like this video will be online on our Facebook page, so for the people who missed like the beginning or the middle or like the end, so you can always watch it again on our Facebook page. It's head office foreigners, and it will be saved there. Yeah. And follow like Chris, he had like the next question. So if I apply for permanent residency in December this year, 2019, can I apply as non-EU citizen for Czech citizenship 5 years later? So if he will apply for permanent residency this year, can he apply for non-EU citizen for Czech Republic citizenship 5 years later? Yeah.
Okay, the question is
Yeah.
not so clear.
Yeah, can you clear it a little bit, Chris?
Well,
I think he means if he can get a citizenship after 5 years of having a permanent.
yes, what I wanted to say is that you need to have permanent residence permit for 5 years, and after that you can think about applying for citizenship. But mostly these permanent residence permits are counting after five years of temporary residence permit. So for citizenship, every case is specific. So if you just need help with this, you can just contact us and we'll give you more information. Because yeah, I think that's all what we can say right now.
And can you explain a little bit about our service to our client? Because
Our service?
our service, how we can help them to all the process and
Yes,
everything.
Of course. Well, if you need help with applying for certificate of temporary residency or permanent residence permit, you will just contact us. We will schedule a meeting and we will go through all the necessary documents you will need. We will help you to get appointment at the Ministry of Interior, and we will go through the whole process with you until you receive your residency. And after Brexit happens, we still don't know how it will be. No one knows yet. The ministry is really keeping for themselves still. So I think after Brexit, just check our blog. We will post information how we will work on helping our clients, and we will try our best. And we are still here for you.
Yes. So we have next question. Where do I have to go to exchange my UK driving license for a Czech one?
There is a driving license office. It's on Blichová. So if you will just write even in English driving license office and Blichová, you will find it. They don't speak English. Some of them may. So if you will need just help with assistance, let us know. We will be happy to help you.
Yeah. And there's some following questions like if I switch my English driving license to the Czech one, would I be able to use the Czech driving license in UK in few years? I'm reluctant to give my English one up in case I'll move back to in 10 years. Like,
Yeah, don't be afraid of this. Exchanging of driving license card is not difficult process. If you exchange it now for a Czech one, then once you decide to move back to the UK, they will exchange it again for the UK one. So you are not going to lose anything.
okay, yeah. So we have greeting from Bruno. Yeah.
Hello, Bruno.
Yes, and I think we cover everything till now. There's some there's here like, could we summary it a little bit somehow, or can we share this one on online? Yeah.
Yes, of course, we can do it. Probably our intern can make a blog
Yeah.
where this will be even shown, and as well the website. If you will go just to the website of Ministry of Interior, as I said before, and you will click on a special file that is called even Brexit, you will find all the information. And but of course, write us even an email, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. If you didn't get all the information, you can still check the webinar after, because it will be on our head office foreigners Facebook, or you can just write us email, and we will be really gladly answering.
Yeah, I think we can post the link to the page where people can find all the information that you mentioned, and also this paper,
Yes.
so they can read it. And yes, we have reading from
Hi everyone who's watching us.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
And
So I think we covered all the questions.
Yeah.
I hope we helped you a little bit. As we said, don't be afraid to contact us. Come to our office for a coffee. We can talk about it, and we will be really happy to help you. Thank you for watching, guys.
bye.